Well, good morning, everyone. We are on a very tight time frame, and we try to run our meetings. No, we don't try. We run our meetings on time. We ask you to get here on time. You're here on time. We're going to start on time. If I could have all of your attention right now. Typically, I would be introducing in a couple of minutes an MC, but he had to take his father to the emergency room, and I'd like for you to add a little prayer for John Wygant Sr. As well, I'd like to have a moment of silence to show respect for the Pope Francis, that passed away on Monday. You could just be quiet for just a couple of minutes here, a couple seconds anyway. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Really appreciate it. My name is Bobby Spiegel. I'm the President and CEO for the Corona Chamber of Commerce. I'm indeed honored to be able to stand up here and be the MC today. Again, normally it would be John Wygant or Paul Badesha, but today it's going to be me. So you're stuck with me, but also you'll know we're going to start on time, we're going to end on time. For the next 85 minutes, we're going to be together and doing some great things. We will hear from our Congressman Ken Calvert. Let's give a shout out for our Congressman. We will be doing the Pledge of Allegiance shortly. I want to give a shout out to the Circle City Rotary Club that typically meets in this room here on Wednesday mornings. So we did a negotiation for them to join us today. But also, they're going to do part of the things. So I need Mark Allert up front and Dave Saunders, because we're going to do the pledge in a couple of minutes. We're going to do the pledge. We're going to do the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. That's our Rotary theme. And then also, we're going to sing God Bless America. But before we do that, we've got the Sea Cadets, the Paul Revere Sea Cadets, that will be presenting colors. And what I'd like to have you do right now is please stand as the colors of our nation are brought forth.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So now please stay. Yeah, you can applaud. This is America. How many Rotarians do we have in the room? This is the quietest I've ever heard Rotarians. How many Rotarians do we have in the room? Okay. So if we can get the slide up here, this is the four-way test. Every meeting starts this way, and we'd love for you to participate in it. It's the things that we think, say, and do. First,
is it true? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And five, have fun!
Have fun, there you go. So, David, come on up, and you're going to do what you normally do on Wednesdays.
Good morning, everyone. I am Dave Saunders, and we're going to sing God Bless America, but Rotarians sing it a little differently. First of all, we sing it with great enthusiasm. Second of all, we've discovered if you sing loud, everybody sounds good. Watch this. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Great job. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Mark. Please stay standing as the colors are going to be removed.
Ready? 2. Right. Face. Forward. Mark.
Thank you. You may all be seated at this point. Thank you so very much. So we've got a jam-packed meeting, as I shared earlier. We will be done no later than 8:30. We're probably going to be a little bit earlier than that. What we're going to do is introduce some of our newer members that just joined in the month of March. They will be coming across stage. They'll give a 30-second introduction of what they do. We'll be hearing from seasoned members that are celebrating their anniversary months as far as being part of the chamber. We're going to hear from our foundation. We're going to recognize a group of young, talented young men from Corona High School, and they will be properly introduced in a little bit. But could I have the funky group from Corona High School? Could you all stand for just a moment so that we can give you guys some love? Thank you, guys. We'll be recognizing you in just a little bit. To keep us on schedule, we've got some key words, like the words on deck. That means that the person that will be speaking in a couple of minutes will know to come up to the stage on my far right and be ready. So on deck is our chairman of the board, Chad Bianco. Chad Bianco. I was thinking of governor, I'm so sorry, but our chairman of the chamber, Chad Miller. You just got a promotion, sir. Wow. Okay, well, you know where I'm at. So we're going to introduce some VIPs here. Many of you are VIPs. The students that are here today from Corona High School are VIPs. We've got a table of students from La Sierra High School. If you'd stand, we'd like to give some love to you too. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. How about any veterans in the room? Any veterans or active duty personnel? If you'd stand right now, let's give you some love. Thank you. Thank you for protecting our freedoms. We so appreciate each and every one of you. So I'm going to be introducing different elected officials. We're going to start with the county supervisor, not because she's my wife, but because she's the most powerful woman in Riverside County, and she makes it a point to be here every Good Morning Corona. In fact, she's supposed to be in Sacramento right now, but she's going to catch a flight at 10 o'clock right after this meeting's over to go take care of business up there. But she took time to be here. We're going to do one clap when we introduce the people. Please give it up for Supervisor Karen Spiegel. Thank you. From the city of Corona, Council Member Wes Speak. From the city of Corona, also not an elected official, but our city manager, Jacob Ellis. From the city of Norco, Council Member Kevin Bash. Council member from Lake Elsinore, Natasha Johnson. Council member from the city of Riverside, Chuck Condor. From the Corona Norco School District, Board of Education, President Stacy Nicola. Vice President Chris Rahab. Board member Anna Mesa. Board member Jamie Merchant. Board member Mary Ibarra. Not elected, but representing the school district, Sam Wayne Rostro as our superintendent. Vice President for the Riverside Community College District Board of Trustees, Virginia Blumenthal. Western Municipal Water District, or as they're now known as just Western Water, Division 4, Laura Rotten, and District 5, Fazia Risby. Eastern Municipal Water District, President Phil Pauly. He's got a cheering squad. Military Installation, Elvis Acosta, Technical Director. I already introduced Jacob Ellis, but we also have the Fire Chief here, Brian Young. We have Economic Development Director, Joel Belding. And from Harupa Community Services District, we have Ken McLaughlin, District Division 1, Bart Marino, Division 4, and Anthony Murda, Division 5. Past elected officials that are in the room here today is the Honorable Jeff Miller, former State Assembly member. Yolanda Carrillo, former Corona City Council member. Former Mayor for the City of Corona, Eugene Montanez. I believe that is the VIPs that we're going to introduce. Did I miss anyone? Oh, good job on staff. Let me give it up to Anthony for getting this all taken care of. Thank you. So I'm going to be bringing up Chad, but before I do that, I'm just going to say on deck is Paul Bender, Videsha. So 90 days ago today, Chad was installed right here in this room as our board chair for the Corona Chamber of Commerce. The chamber has multiple different things that are going on, and we could keep you busy every single day, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week. We can have you doing different chamber activities. Chad is going to share just a few of those highlights today and talk just a little bit. Would you please give it up for our chairman of the board, Chad Miller.
Of course. Good morning, Corona. Wow, we just heard all these VIPs in the room. We're in the presence of greatness. I'm super excited. You guys are all here, happy. All right, so first, before we get started, I'm super excited to share a few things. First, just something I want to recommend as we celebrate this awesome day that we can all get together and hear from our congressman today. First, I just want to say that the Corona Chamber of Commerce upholds the highest standards of professionalism and respect at all events. So to maintain a positive and engaging environment for our esteemed guest speakers and attendees, any disruptive or unruly behavior will not be permitted. And I'm the bouncer, so if there's any problems, just let me know. All right? Yeah. All right, well, so first I just want to share one thing. So last year, you may remember that Dr. Peritano, our chairman of the board last year, he created this thing called BERT, which is the Business Emergency Response Team. And really this was created to respond to the needs of our members in the Corona area. And one of the things that just recently, several months ago, one of the things I've been meeting with our city officials, our leaders, our council members, the mayor, some of our city managers and staff, and we're now working on things really to kind of build a best practice on responding to the needs of the business community. And I was really excited to share that just a couple of weeks ago, we were notified by one of our members that there was some issues on McKinley. I know that's new, we've not had that before, but it was great to really, Bobby received a call, he was getting on a plane, he called me, he connected myself with Joel, and literally, guys, when I called, I think the phone just called traffic engineering, and what I was super excited to find is they were already aware of the issue, they very quickly responded. They already had the traffic unit out there working to alleviate traffic that was completely gridlocked in the big shopping center there. And when I called and talked to Rosie at Traffic Engineering, I just want to tell you, she was incredible. She was like excited to hear my call. And she's like, oh, we're aware of that. We know what's going on. We're already working on fixing it. We're working on the lights right now. What happened is Caltrans shut down, told us about a ramp they were shutting down, but they shut down an additional ramp and not the one they told us. So they were throwing a curveball, but the city was there to respond. And I just want to celebrate that relationship. One call, and the city was already working on it. And so that's kind of a great example where someone tried to, they utilized the BERT, but the preventative thing and working together, I think, is incredible. So I just was really excited that worked so well. So I was really, really excited to share that with you guys. So keep in mind, that's something you could always do. We're both there for you. We're working side by side. Okay, and of course, with all that's going on in our city, we can expect there'll be some hiccups, but there's a way to respond to that. So just so you guys know, I want to share that with you. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is, next slide, we have the Inland Empire World Trade Conference coming up. You'll see a QR code on the screen there, so you can click on that. we are looking, we're really fortunate to host this right here in this room. And we're looking for exporters to apply to be recognized an Exporter of the Year. And as a manufacturer ourselves, 53 years ago, my dad started our company making waterbeds, and we've been in this city for the last like 35 years. But we're a manufacturer, and we're not really exporting yet. And so this is a great opportunity to kind of share what's going on, especially right now, what's going on in tariffs. American manufacturing is really starting to thrive even more, so I'm super excited about that. But if you know a manufacturer, that QR code right there, they can apply to be recognized for that. We do have a great speaker, Deep Singh Gupta, who is the keynote speaker, and he's an expert in exports. Wow, say that 10 times fast. So super excited about that. Please join us. If you know a manufacturer, please let them know. All right, so let's see. What else do we have here? The conference includes lunch. We have some great exhibitors and a panel of manufacturing and export professionals. All right, next slide. All right, let's see, nonprofits. Oh, sorry, we've been nominated. Super excited to share that the Corona Chamber has been nominated for a Cal Chamber Award. And we need you to pull out your phones, snap a picture of that QR code, and vote for your local Corona Chamber. We have been honored to be recognized in the state as one of the highest awardees of the Chamber of the Year awards that the Cal Chamber does. I've been honored to receive an award, as many of you guys are here. So please vote for us. Got that QR card there. All right. Now I am super excited to share about a good friend of mine who's been part of our board, and I can tell you that he's sitting back over here somewhere. Yes, Dr. Sam Winrosh. So recently, first I'd like to, should I come up? All right, oh, Dr. Sam Winrosh, come on up. Got it. And if you're a past chairman of the board, I would also love to have you come on stage as well. Yep. Yeah, we'll let the previous board chairs come on up. We all here? Fantastic. Awesome. So recently, Dr. Sam Winrosto announced his retirement from the Corona Norco Unified School District and the Corona Chamber Board. It is with our heartfelt gratitude that we would like to take this moment to say thank you for your years of dedication to serving our community, our youth, and the Corona Chamber of Commerce. He isn't leaving until July 2nd, but that's okay, because we're in great hands. Current board member, Dahlia, who's here. Dahlia, are you here? There she is. So, she was elected this past week to serve as the new superintendent. So, Dahlia, if you want to stand real quick, we want to recognize you. So now we want to go back to presenting this amazing award.
So let me get a photo of you guys. Come on up front, and Grant, take it away. Let me just do a quick introduction, though, so everyone knows, and I hope you guys remember what year you were board chair.
Yeah, Chad Bianco, apparently, on both the sheriff as well as the board chair this year.
Mike Green, I think it's 2005.
Mike Ryan, 1819.
Albin Devadesha, 2022.
I believe it was 1991.
I have no idea, but I'm Linda Pearson.
2015 and 2023.
Don Williamson, the year of the coronavirus, 2020.
Chris Miller, a few years back.
Kim Avon, 2021.
Awesome. Well, let's get a photo real quick, and let's give our appreciation to Sam. as they're getting that photo, Dahlia, would you please stand again? Dahlia is on our board, but also she is going to be leading the school board as far as the superintendent of schools starting on July 2nd. So thank you, and let's give her a round of applause. As well as Reggie in the room here. Reggie?
He's not here.
He did not make it. Okay. Well, we've got a slide for him. He's with our district currently, but in May he's going to take care of the La Sierra High School because he's going to be superintendent of the Algord Unified School District. Sam, it's a testimony to your leadership and the team that you've put together. We appreciate it. Yes, Sam.
This is total surprise. Love the chamber. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Love Corona Narco. Fantastic district. Dahlia, you're going to do a fabulous job. And thank you so much. Love serving. Thank you.
Did you get the photos?
How are you?
Yes, sir, we're good. All right, so the last thing I want to share, guys, is our nonprofit. So we have a lot of amazing nonprofits in the community, and I'm excited to share that we now have our leadership. Oh, sorry. What good catch. Man, you just must have served. So we have just newly formed our nonprofit committee. So we have co-chairs. We have two co-chairs here, Katie, and I don't know Katie in the room here at all. Katie Moore with ABCO? No, she's not here. All right, so she is one of them. And then we have Joey Vargas, and then we have Rebecca Spiegel, who are going to be leadership of our nonprofit committee. Guys, we're super excited to share that we're going to be starting meeting on the odd months starting in May. So if you know any nonprofits, we're going to work together to collaborate, work on calendars, and support each other. So thank you guys for all that. Enjoy breakfast, and I'll see you shortly.
Thank you, Chad. Let's give Chad a round of applause. He got the promotion. He's now the sheriff. On deck, we will have one of our sponsors, Corona Regional Medical Center. It is now my great deal of pleasure to introduce the board chair for the foundation. She's the former chair of the Chamber of Commerce and just an awesome lady. Please welcome to the stage, Paul Bender-Badesha.
Good morning. Bobby's going to probably stand right behind me to make sure I don't go over my allotted 30 seconds, right? So why have they asked me to talk about food and alcohol? Total mystery, right? Total mystery. I am teetotal, for those of you that may not know, but sometimes I'm driven to alcohol, or thinking of it. It might be good, yeah. So it's my pleasure to announce some major events that we've got coming up. The first one, next Tuesday, April the 29th, is our commerce and cocktails mixture. I had to practice saying that, cocktails, it could go really wrong. So that's going to be held at the Brass Tap next Tuesday from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Anybody know where the Brass Tap is? By Choose Fitness, that I've never been to. And the price to attend is only $15 for members and just $30 for non-members. This is really important. It's something that the chamber staff, led by Desiree, brought in because some of us old fogies were quite happy to go to seminars and meetings and watch presentations, but I understand, particularly for those people under 40, you kind of want to mingle and have a drink and chat to people in a more informal atmosphere. We're talking about the Zoom generation, right? So this is a really important aspect of being involved in our chamber. You get a chance to connect with people in a light-hearted atmosphere. But I think the best, and have beer and wine apparently, but it's a bar. So, but the best thing is that you get to support a small business here in Corona that's a chamber member, and that's really, really important. Because that's restaurants and bars and breweries are some of the toughest business to have, right? You'd agree? I agree. Great, so the next event is Taste of Corona. That's back. Who went to it last year? Yay, wasn't it fabulous? I nearly had heat stroke. So that's why we are now moving it to 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. so that it'll be the nice evening, kind of balmy summer evening atmosphere. This is our second annual Taste of Corona, and we are so pleased that it's going to be bigger and better. And we've got some major sponsors. Thank you as well, City of Corona, Westcliff University. You've really stepped up to help make it happen. There's going to be over 50 exhibitors right now, but more are joining every day to showcase local restaurants, micro kitchens, which are a major thing. Thank you, Riverside County, because they allow those to happen, and other local businesses. And you're going to be able to sample everything. Wait for it, all my favorite foods. Pizza, tacos, ice cream, and tequila. I haven't tried that yet, but I hear it's good. Westbeak, is tequila good? Yeah. So savor the best flavors that Corona has to offer while enjoying a wonderful evening of food, fun, and community. And we love our restaurants and bars and kitchens and breweries because they really are the heart of a thriving community, correct? And it's the toughest business to have. I'm in staffing and I thought that was hard because we pimp out humans. But and for food and restaurants, we know we're with you and we want to make sure you continue to survive and thrive in Corona. Oh, and there's entertainment from flash pants. So some of you middle-aged men are like going, I've got flashy pants, but I don't know. Anyway, it gave me 70s vibes, but is it a 70s band, Desiree? Flash pants? Oh, it's 80s? Oh, favorite era, right? Some of us who were in our 20s at that time. So here's Mr. Spiegel standing very close to me, getting me off stage. Thank you so much. Make sure you sign up.
Thank you, Paul Bender. I think we could do a fundraiser, maybe do a tequila testing, and she'll run it for us. So thank you. Be careful. She does an awesome job. I could sit and listen to her all day long with that accent. And for the students that are here, that is alcohol-free that was just here. No alcohol in her at all, never. So she's an amazing lady. As I bring up our sponsor, I just want to go ahead and just share that the new members will be on deck. So if you are a new member in the month of March, you'll want to line up over on the right hand, my right over here. I want to just take a moment though, before I bring up Alistair, just share a little bit about Corona Regional Medical Center, who is one of our sponsors today. We have a local hospital that has really done a transformation. I've been here in town since 1958. Our congressman was actually born at Corona Regional Medical Center, back when it was Corona Community Hospital, back when it was in the front where the parking lot is. We have a very well-known man in town by the name of Ross Newhand. And Ross had some medical challenges. He's a Kaiser patient, but they took him down to Corona Regional. And Corona Regional did excellent care. For those that are in the concerns of HIPAA laws, I've talked to both of these people that I'm going to share about them, and they've approved this. So I'm not like I'm violating any HIPAA laws. But Ross is home now resting, and it's because of the great care. The chamber had a great opportunity to help celebrate their brand new cath lab that they opened up a couple of months ago. And it's because of those things that I'm going to share about the next person who happens to be in this room. He's a business owner. If you've ever gone to Stone Church Brewery, you probably know him. But Bill, would you please stand? Bill Steinkirchner. So Bill had nothing to do the other day, and his wife was in Sacramento, and this is all on her Facebook post. But he had a little... Seattle, thank you. Thank you. So Bill had a little chest pain and some other things going on. Long story short, because of the cath lab, because of the care and the change that's been going on at Corona Regional Medical Center, Bill is here today by the grace of God and by the grace of the hands at Corona Regional Medical Center. Ladies and gentlemen, the CEO, Alistair McCalvert.
Good morning. It's kind of tough to follow Palbinda and Bobby, but I'll do my best. And you know, the more she talked about, you know, stuffing yourself with alcohol and pizza, and I figured that's good for us later on in life. But I have 3 minutes, so I'll just get right into it. Is the click working? I need your help on it. Yeah. And I think, you know, I've been with the hospital for about 8 months now, and I'll tell you in the 8 months I've been in the community, I've met so many people who were born at Corona and have very fond memories of the facility. And I think the challenge for us as a community, as a facility, is to continue that legacy. So I'll get into the presentation because I have, I believe, just 3 minutes. So we are your community hospital, as you've heard, and we've been in that area for over 6 years, and our commitment is to keeping healthcare local. We have over 1,000 staff members, and whose mission every day is to provide quality care in a manner that is compassionate and respectful. Every year we serve over 100,000 patients between our 2 campuses. We have 2 campuses. One used to be called Saka City Medical Center back in the day, but we're now part of Corona Regional. We've invested a lot of resources to bring advanced technologies to the area, and this includes 2 robots that are used for minimally invasive procedures. What is unique about us, though, is that we also have inpatient psychiatric services, we have a subacute unit, we have 3D mammography, and we also have a hyperbaric wound care center. And these are not traditional in many hospitals, especially community hospitals. Corona Regional is also actually part of a network. It's a network of 5 hospitals in Southern California, and it spans all the way from Palmdale down to Temecula. And beyond the hospitals, we also have what are called urgent care centers south of the 15 here. We also have a strong affiliation with Riverside Medical Clinic, and the whole intent of this is to create what is called an integrated network of care. That way, once you present into any of our facilities, you can get any type of specialty care. It may not be necessarily at Corona, it could be at Inland, Temecula Valley, or Rancho Springs. Our hospital services have actually won several awards, and I won't go through them word for word, but we're quite proud of the awards we have because most of them are quality related. Now, the one that we are most proud of is the one that you see on the bottom right, and that's called Leapfrog. Leapfrog is a safety grade given to hospitals based on certain metrics that you have to meet. And we are one of 800 hospitals across the country that have this grade out of 5,000 facilities. So it is a major accomplishment for us. And not only that, it also validates that, you know, we provide high quality care, but also in a very safe manner. Now, as part of our plan to keep healthcare local, as you heard earlier, we invested recently over $15 million to install 2 new cath labs. Now, this opened in mid-March, and since then, we've seen over 50 patients, you know, some of them that we've literally saved their lives. And I think what's quite impressive about it is, now that we have 2 cath labs, our goal is to become a STEMI designated center. And what that means is, to become STEMI designated, just for the layman, is that if any of us in this room were to have a heart attack right now, and the 911 ambulance shows up, they'll not take you to Corona. They'll take you to Riverside Community or other facilities that are STEMI designated. To be a STEMI designated center, you have to have at least 2 cath labs. So up until March, we didn't have 2 cath labs. But now that we do, the goal is to become a STEMI receiving center so that anybody who has a cardiac event, at least locally, will be taken to Corona. And as you've heard, you know, miracles do happen in those cath labs. And by the way, one of the gentlemen that took care of you happens to be sitting right next to you. So we have great people at Corona Regional Medical Center. I'll give you a very quick sneak preview of our new cath labs. It's about 45 seconds. Oh yeah, it's really very clean. as I stated, since we opened it, we've done over 50 procedures, some of them life-saving, some of them for individuals, as you heard, that are in this room. And as always, in our business, I always say, we don't really have the luxury of saying, come see us or come visit us. But in the event you do, we are ready to serve and committed to doing so with dignity and kindness. So thank you very much for indulging us, and thank you again.
Thank you, sir. So for our new members that are up here, I'm going to introduce our membership coordinator, the gentleman that actually can explain. In fact, if there's any people that are in the room that are not members yet, you want to connect with him. Now, when he comes up on stage, you'll notice somehow God switched some things around. God put my body on him. And please welcome the incredible Robert Yanez.
Thank you so much, Bobby. Good morning, everyone. Let's give a warm welcome to our newest members who made the decision to join our incredible chamber, a chamber of opportunities. We're excited that these businesses joined our growing community where members gain access to valuable resources, meaningful connections, and the support they need to grow and thrive. If you're not yet a member, there's no better time than now. And yes, I have membership packages if you're ready today. While not all of our members could be here today, we wanted to recognize them all. Each of our new members will have 30 seconds to introduce themselves, and if you start to go over your time, TJ will play this song.
What does the fuck say?
That's letting you know your time is up, and once you finish, please come to my left and take a picture with our board chair, Chad Miller. Let's get started. First, we have Cisco Restaurant and Bar. Let's give them a warm welcome.
So what does Cisco say? Ding, 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 ding. We're excited. We came to Corona back in 2011 with a concept called Reno Modern Mexican Kitchen. And now we are excited to bring a new concept. This concept is American, it's modern, it's been refined. We're so excited to be able to bring forth to you a menu that my father, Francisco, and myself dedicated over 2 to 3 years just to perfect it, so that when you come and you visit us, you feel an elevated sense of service, of belonging, and you feel a great energy with the staff. So please join us this Friday, April the 25th, for the unveiling of Cisco Restaurant Plus Bar.
Awesome, thank you. And if you didn't hear that, they're having a grand opening this Friday at 9 a.m. Next up is Corona Norco Teachers Association.
Public education is the foundation of our democracy. It nourishes independence, creates civic engagement, and fosters every child's ability to reach their fullest goals. My name is Meg Amato. I'm the president of the Corona Norco Teachers Association. This is our vice president, Ben Williams. We represent over 2,600 educators that are deeply passionate about our students, our community, and our families. And we're really thankful to join you in this work of creating a community that is amazing, one student at a time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have El Güero y La Flaca. Give them a warm welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm Justin Escobedo. We are with El Güero y La Flaca. We do Texas style barbecue and incorporate Latin spices into it, being Colombian, Cuban, and Mexican. We do live fire cooking, so we do everything on a rig and offset, and we also offer American steakhouse cuisine. And we offer parties, we do parties, corporate events, anything, weddings, any occasion basically. And I want to say thank you for welcoming us to the chamber. I appreciate it, thank you so much, and everybody have a great morning.
Awesome, thank you so much. If you haven't tried it, their barbecue is pretty amazing. Let's welcome Inspire Life Skills Training.
Good morning, Corona. I'm Kristen Perez. I'm the founder and executive director for Inspire Life Skills Training, otherwise known as Inspire. I'm very honored to rejoin the chamber. It's been many years since I've been able to have the capacity to come to meetings and such. So thank you for welcoming us back. Did you know that 50% of foster kids end up homeless within 5 years of leaving care? And only 10% attempt college and 4% graduate. So Inspire is actively taking foster kids from a place of fear and instability to a place of opportunity, igniting their potential, giving them safe and stable homes. We have 5 local homes. They're all going to college or trade schools, and we provide mentoring, counseling, life skills classes. And so if you're interested to learn more, please follow us on Instagram at Inspire Foster and check out our website, inspirelifeskills.org. Also, I'd like to invite you to our 20-year Make a Difference Gala on September 13th. Thank you. Have a good morning.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Roselli Media Management. Let's give them. Oh, I'm sorry. Not able to be here today, Omio Inc. And now we have Roselli Media Management.
Good morning, Corona. My name is Logan Roselli. I'm the founder of Roselli Media Management. We are a public relations and marketing agency based here in California and serving nonprofits, for-profit businesses, and government agencies all across the state. So if your business has a story to tell, and they all do, come talk to me. We'd love to help you get in front of the media. With my final few moments, I'd like to talk to Ken Calvert and ask you to reject the growing wave of fascism in our country. Thank you.
Next up, we have Unlimited Cash Flow Solutions. Let's give a warm welcome.
Good morning. I'm Amy Berseman, and I moved to Corona from Hawaii last August. So I look forward to making new connections through the chamber. At Unlimited Cash Flow Solutions, we teach practical strategies in real estate, lending, tax, and business and legacy protection to increase cash flow. We share what's worked for us and others so people can understand their options and make confident decisions. When they're ready to implement, we connect them with licensed professionals. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all of our new members who joined us.
Thank you so much, Robert. On deck will be Kathy and David for the foundation. And I'm now very honored to introduce from Corona High School the principal from the original high school here in Corona, California. Please welcome Ben Sanchez.
Thank you, Bobby, and thank you, Chamber, for having us here this morning to honor our FPK Funky Fresh Crew dance group. I'll tell you a little bit about them in just a minute. I want to thank our board members for coming out to help honor them and celebrate them, our executive cabinet for coming out this morning to help honor and celebrate them. As the flagship school of the district, we have many programs that we're very proud of. Many programs that exhibit the excellence that is Corona High School. This is one of the best examples of one of those programs. They were crowned state champions of hip hop dance last year, and this year they were crowned national champions of hip hop dance. I just want to point out that we do spell fresh with a PH and crew with a K. So if you have children or grandchildren that attend Corona High or will be attending Corona High, we really do know how to spell. Okay? So we will teach them to spell correctly. It's just a funky little catch spelling, okay? It's part of their brain. So anyway, I want to introduce our amazing coach. He also teaches math for us. Pretty good math teacher as well. This is one of the hardest working groups on our campus. They dance year round. Our athletic teams only perform during their season, right? They are dancing year round. And they travel all over the nation, all over the state of California to perform. They're like an all boys group. They're celebrities. The girls scream when they're dancing. They line up for autographs afterwards and take pictures with them. So they're a pretty special group. And additionally, they're all really good students and really respectful kids. That's probably the best part of who they are. So, our coach, Mr. Sherwin Sanders.
Thank you so much. Again, my name is Sherwin. It is truly an honor to be here. It's amazing. This group actually started out as a club on campus. So it was just an idea. I saw the Jabberwockies, if you ever saw them. And I was like, hey, let me see how this will work at a high school. And it's grown to something really, really amazing. I look at them and it's just like they're my kids or little brothers or something like that. I want to thank the Chamber for even allowing us this opportunity to even be here with you. It's really, really humbling for me. It's like to see where this thing has gone and where it's going to go. We're not done yet. We try to go for the impossible. And understanding how this thing is built. This is all them. I'm just kind of the figurehead. None of these kids know how to dance when they join the team. Like, not a single one. You may think they've been dancing since they were this. They started dancing yesterday. So it's an amazing thing what they're able to accomplish. And what happens, they join the team, they learn how to dance, they learn how to choreograph, they learn how to teach each other, they learn how to lead each other, how to follow each other. And so they do everything. So I get them started and they just run with it. So it's really, really incredible. So again, I want to thank the Chamber. I want to thank the parents that came out and supported the kids. They really some of them have followed us across the country and back a couple times this year. I want to thank the school board, the executive cabinet for just the incredible support. We got the opportunity to go to Georgia a couple weeks ago, and it was amazing. And what Mr. Sanchez just talked about, I feel like I direct a boy band, if you've ever seen those. It's just the attention they get. The girls in Florida are like, can we take a picture? Can we take a picture? And I'm like, let's go, we got stuff to do. But it's amazing, it's an opportunity for them just to build memories like this. Again, I am so grateful. And so we want to thank you for recognizing us, because without you, we wouldn't be who we are. And thank you so much for the attention. Mary Ibarra, one of our biggest supporters, thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you very much.
So if we could have all of the kids that are, the gentlemen that are in the dance group, could you stand? Let's get you, and as they stand, we want to give a round of applause to them. Let's go on over here and get a photo. And I want to get all of the executive cabinet as well as the school board over there for the photos.
I want to say one more thing. I left one thank you out, and that's to Bobby. Bobby is instrumental, and he brought our baseball team here last year to be honored, this group. I've known Bobby for about 11, 12 years. When I was principal at Auburndale, he was instrumental in helping us support our school. He's very supportive of Corona High School because he has a grandson. It's a freshman at Corona High. RJ is a freshman, plays football, runs track. He's in our DLI program. So thank you, Bob. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's give it up for this group here. So as they're coordinating that photo, and we love them, and we're so proud of them, and we'll share a little bit as soon as they're done with the photo. But I want to bring up Kathy and David. I want all of you that are here to learn a little bit more about the foundation and what they've got to offer. Please welcome Kathy Armstrong and David Brambilla. On deck are the milestone members. On deck, milestone members.
Good morning, Corona. My name's David Brambilla, and this is
Kathy Armstrong.
And we are here representing the Corona Chamber Foundation. Coming up, we have a day that we are going to memorialize our veterans who have sacrificed and paid the ultimate price. The Corona Chamber Foundation is honored and pleased to be able to memorialize them, and we really want the support of the community to come out. Let's take a walk from the Corona Chamber to the Civic Center, and it's less than a mile, and at the end of the day, we are honoring our fallen brothers and sisters who paid the ultimate sacrifice. And with that, we have flags that are representing all of our fallen veterans since World War I from Corona. The foundation has done this for about 5 years now. We are honored to be able to take on this task. And remember, Memorial Day is a great day to go out and spend time with your family and really appreciate what America is. But for veterans, it's a very somber day. It's a day that we reflect on our buddies that we lost. And just know that if you do see a veteran, don't wish them a happy Memorial Day. It is not happy. There's nothing happy about it. So please come out to the Memorial Mall March. We sponsor you can sponsor a team, sign up your whole company. We'd love to have you. Thank you very much.
Well, let's give it up for them. And there's a booth in back here as you guys leave. Stop by and get the paperwork on it. I want to just acknowledge Don Williamson. I know he's in here somewhere. Don has done the little placards that go on every flag. This goes back to World War I of Corona young men and women that gave their life for this nation. And that's what everyone's going to carry is those flags, each one with a different name on it. And then we'll plant those at the City of Corona Historic Civic Center in the shape of the USA. And they'll be on display until Monday, Memorial Day at 4 o'clock. At this time, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to just bring up an amazing lady. She is my right arm person at the Chamber. I can rely on her day in and day out. And she is Miss Enthusiasm. You're going to notice the level of everything just jump up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the incredible Desiree Ramirez.
I feel like I could have sing and dance with that intro, Bobby. Thank you so much. Good morning, Corona. How are y'all doing? Good, good. Today, we are honored to recognize our incredible milestone members. Your dedication and partnership have been vital to the growth and success of the Corona Chamber of Commerce. Whether you're celebrating 5, 10, 25 years, your commitment to our business community inspires us all. Thank you for standing with us. Thank you for investing in our mission, and thank you for helping make Corona a thriving place to live and to work. So let's celebrate our milestone members. You guys ready? All right, milestone members, you'll be given 1 minute to introduce yourselves and your business. And if you go over, TJ's gonna play this song.
For my love.
Love it.
For my love.
You guys all have to wait for that music, okay? Talk until you hear it. After speaking, please move to my left so you can take a picture with our chairman of the board, Chad Miller, and then you may return to your table. A special thank you to the elected officials that have provided certificates for our milestone members that are on our screen. Thank you. All right, let's celebrate. Let's start the celebration. Celebrating 5-year milestone with the Corona Chamber of Commerce, Andy Anderson with Edward Jones.
All right, good morning. Andy Anderson, licensed financial advisor with Edward Jones. I wanted to say thank you to the Chamber of Commerce. The partnership that I've had for these 5 years has been amazing. It's been great to assist in building my business as well as getting back to the community. For those of you that may not be familiar, Edward Jones has full service financial services company with offices in the US and Canada, over 20,000 financial advisors. Some of the services that we provide, especially these days, is assistance with financial planning and investing. I always tell folks if you need a second opinion in this type of a market, we're here to do that. Also work with businesses and assisting them with their 401k plans, exit planning for businesses, and most importantly, working with families in financial planning. Edward Jones, making sense of investing for you.
Celebrating a 10-year milestone but unable to be here, but we'll still acknowledge them, is Norco Valley Dental and also Skull Canyon Zipline Eco Tours. Now celebrating a 15-year milestone is Corona Norco Schools Educational Foundation.
Good morning. I didn't know I was going to have to speak today, so a little nervous. My name is Michelle Gardner. I'm a board member of the Corona Norco Schools Education Foundation. We're a nonprofit organization that supports the Corona Norco Schools School District, and we provide grant opportunities to educators to provide programs at school sites. So we have programs like Art Smarts that we sponsor, STEM programs that we provide funds for, and so we're just really proud to support the students of our school district, and we're thankful to the Chamber of Commerce because a lot of the businesses provide donations to our foundation that help us keep going for all these years, and we hope to continue to grow and do more for our students and for our educators in Corona Norco. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Now celebrating a 20-year milestone is Paul Davis Restoration.
Good morning, Corona. Thank you for having us. Eli, Paul Davis Restoration, Peggy Hernandez, she's in our business development, and Claudia Sheridan, who runs our office. Thank you to the Chamber. We love the Chamber. We love Corona. We love Bobby. We love your team. You guys run an amazing operation. We're proud to be members here. We specialize in insurance claims, and after 20 years, I think we're pretty good at it. If you got questions, we probably have the answers for you if your agent can't answer that for you. We know the cultures of the insurance companies. We know how they process and handle claims. We've been from the East Coast to the West Coast, involved in most hurricanes. We're currently heavily involved in the Altadena fires. We're very busy right now helping people get back in their homes. What else can I say? Oh, I did. We do fire damage, water damage, mold damage, anything construction related, capital improvements. We work for a lot of the school districts, universities, and you name it, we do it. So thank you for having us again.
Thank you. Celebrating a 25-year milestone but unable to be here is Duralum Products. And also celebrating a 25-year milestone, please welcome Mike Green with Green Insurance Services.
Good morning, Green Insurance Services. We do group health insurance, individual health insurance, and Medicare. When we moved here October of '99, January of 2000, I joined the Chamber. Probably the best thing I ever did for our business. And personally, I recognize a lot of people in the room. And so thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. And finally, celebrating a 30-year milestone, please welcome Bank of California.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Robert DeGuerin. I'm the branch manager for the Bank of California office here in Corona. For those of you that have been in the community for quite some time, we were formerly Pacific Western Bank. We are still here. We are still serving our community, more specifically with your business needs and some consumer stuff in there that you needed as well. With me is my team, Ms. Kamar and Ms. Shelby Davis. They both have 24 years of combined experience assisting the community, and I'm going to give Shelby a little bit of time as far as explaining some of the things that we do as well, guys.
Good morning, Corona. Thank you for having us here today. We have been part of the Chamber for 30 years. As Rob said, we were formerly, when I started with the bank, Foothill Independent Bank, Pacific Western Bank, and Bank of California. We are a business bank here to serve your needs in lending and treasury management, and also consumer line products as well. Look forward to seeing you in the community.
Thank you, guys.
Oh yeah. All right. So now I want to thank the ambassadors, Christy Interanti with DFI Family Insurance. Thank you so much. These are ambassadors here to help volunteer before you guys all get here and then after you guys leave. So they're a big support of our chamber. Please thank our Christy Interanti with DFI Insurance, Solomon Shapiro with Living Better 101, Ray Somorisano with Sinorama Corona, Sharon Vedano with Vedano Family Counseling. I probably got that wrong, I'm sorry. And Tiffany Irie with Active Lending Group. Thank you again to our sponsors, Southwest Healthcare Corona Regional Center and Vulcan Materials Company. All right, you're kicking me off here, but I have a surprise for you. Oh, I know, because you love surprises, right? So before I exit off this stage, come here, you can come here now, come on. All right, we have a special presentation for you. All right, I'd like to please welcome Victor Hernandez with Assemblywoman Leticia Castillo's office for a special proclamation for you, Bobby.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Victor Hernandez from the office of Assemblywoman Leticia Castillo. And on behalf of Assemblywoman Castillo, we would like to present this resolution to your Chamber CEO, Bobby Spiegel. Recently, Bobby was recognized by the Western Association of Chamber Executives as Executive of the Year, and so we wanted to make sure that we give him a special recognition for that. This is a testament to your commitment to economic opportunity, leadership development, and sustained growth. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you. It's all because of you guys right here in this room and the thousands of members, and appreciate it. Thank you. Desiree, we'll have lunch at Sizzler. You know what that means. Usually when I go to fire someone, I'll take him to Sizzler. That I will not do that. Okay. Oh, I need to roll. I'll get a picture with this in just a couple of minutes. I want to make sure that we bring up the congressman, but first we want to just show a quick little video. It is a short video, but this is one of our sponsors, and I just want to give a shout out to Vulcan Materials Company. This organization truly believes in the American dream. They truly believe in the spirit of entrepreneurship. They are involved in so many different areas that we could be talking for days about all the things that they do. They love their people. Their people never retire. They don't go to another company. They actually work for decades and then retire. It is an amazing company. Let's show the video, please.
What do we do? Turn big rocks into small ones. We do the right thing, the right way, at the right time. With strategic mine plans and controlled blasts, we safely remove rock from the ground. Haul truck drivers move big rocks to the crusher. Here, they're processed and sorted based on customer demand. When ready, trucks are washed, weighed, ticketed, and tarped before leaving our site. Materials are shipped by truck, rail, or water, supporting every kind of infrastructure project, like roads, bridges, schools, hospitals, and more that grow our communities. We're doing it the right way. Doing it the Vulcan way.
So I'm going to get a shout out real quick, and here's what we want to do. When I say you say rock. So Vulcan Materials, you rock. There you go. So Chad Miller, will you come on up to introduce our congressman? As Chad comes up here again, I just want to say to each and every one of you, thank you for taking time to be here this morning. You're going to have an opportunity to hear the congressman, and he will take some questions in a little bit. We will line up over here. I'll put the mic down here, so if you have a question for him, just line up over there. Chad?
Thank you, your sheriff's back again. Thank you all. All right. So as you all know, we have the esteemed privilege of having our speaker here today, Congressman Calvert. So, as a local resident who was born here in Corona, actually he was not only born here in Corona, but at the Regional Medical Center. Back then, it was Corona Community Hospital. And apparently in the parking lot. So it turned out well, so look how good the hospital is, guys. I deliver your kids in the hospital, right in the parking lot, it's great. So he did go through the local schools here. He's a graduate of Corona High, and he's owned various businesses. He served this organization as president, which is now called the board chair, for the Corona Chamber in 1990. I was just graduating high school. When he began his political career, he soon was admired by many. His knowledge of dealing with business and challenges that we face in businesses, from employee hiring, counseling, etc. He also understands how to sign both sides of the check, which is truly important. Representative Calvert was first elected to the House of Representatives in 1992. So in 2 years from now, I might be recruited, right? I don't know. And as one of the most senior members serving in the legislative body. Representative Calvert also represents the 41st Congressional District of Southern California and is the Dean of the California Public Delegation. He's not the typical politician or elected official. Ken is one of the most respected congressional representatives in the U.S. With great pride, respect, and admiration, please get to your feet and help us recognize our hometown Congressman Ken Calvert.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and I want to thank the chamber all the years.
that you've been doing these events. I've been a chamber member, my business I started over 50 years ago. So I've been a member of the Chamber of Commerce for half a century. And they've done fantastic work and continue to do fantastic work. I want to thank Bobby for continuing that legacy. Now I serve in the United States House of Representatives. I've served there 32 years. I'm in my 17th term. I chair the Defense Appropriations Committee, which is the largest appropriations committee in the House of Representatives. We fund the United States military. We fund the Marine Corps. We fund the Navy. We fund the Air Force. We fund the Space Force. We fund everything. The Central Intelligence Agency, the National Surveillance Agency, the National Geospatial Agency, anything to do with intelligence or national security. It's been my privilege to serve with the men and women who serve this great nation, and it's the biggest privilege that I've received over the years. As a matter of fact, this last appropriation bill, we were able to give the men and women, especially the E1 to E4s, the most significant raise they've had in a long time. They were earning $11 an hour going into the service, which obviously was too low. We kicked that up to $15, which is the highest raise in modern history. So they're doing a great job, and we need to serve them. Obviously, there was an election last November, and that election elected both a new president, a majority both in the House and the United States Senate. And over the last 90 days, almost to the day, a lot of changes have been taking place. And I know that people have some angst when you have great change, but change needed to happen. And so, for a number of reasons. We had a number of significant problems facing the country. One, of course, is the economy and affordability, inflation. That's a problem we have to face. Secondly, the deficit, which is the highest deficit this country has ever experienced, even after the Civil War and World War II, the most significant deficit in American history. And three, the border. It's been a problem, and that had to be resolved and dealt with. So let's look at these things one at a time. The deficit. Deficit right now, the nominal deficit is about $37 trillion. We're running about a $1.9 trillion annualized deficit in our budgeting process right now. That's both on what we call discretionary and non-discretionary spending. And that cannot continue. It's not sustainable. The debt is not sustainable. And so the president has made it very clear that he wants to bring the $1.9 trillion operational deficit into balance within 18 months. And he's working quite hard at it. Obviously, the DOGE Commission, which is getting a lot of recognition throughout the country because it's the first time that the United States government has gone through a payable audit. And what does that mean? All payables of the United States government, both discretionary and non-discretionary spending, is going through an audit. And so what does that mean? Literally, every payable of the United States government is being examined to determine whether or not it's being used effectively. The people that are running that are CEOs, and one that I know quite well, I've known him for over 30 years, Elon Musk, who's getting quite a bit of publicity, which he doesn't like, but nonetheless, he's taken this responsibility on to find inefficiencies in the federal government. And look, if anybody here believes that there aren't inefficiencies in our federal government, God bless you. And so we found a number of things, and he's going through every department, including the Department of Defense, which we're finding great inefficiencies in, and which we knew existed, and we're continuing to find. And so through that, we're going to be doing a rescission bill when we get back, part of it, just a small part, about $9.8 billion in savings, in order to offset some of the expenditures of the federal government. Because if we don't do this, we're going to have a debt crisis. What is a debt crisis? That means people no longer look at U.S. debt as something they want to acquire. And if they don't acquire the debt, we can't fund the government. And so we have to bring confidence back to the financial markets that we are going to deal with this deficit. And we are going to deal with it. And it's not easy. Change is hard. But we must do it. And so The president is intent on doing this. I support it. I think a lot of the cuts that the media is talking about aren't going to happen. We are not going to cut Social Security. We are not going to cut Medicare. And the cuts that they're talking about in Medicaid certainly aren't going to happen. So it's going to be efficiencies in those programs and how they run the programs, efficiencies in how we administer the programs. Every program is going to be looked at and examined and determine whether or not we can do it in a better and more effective way. Through that, we'll put together what we call a reconciliation bill. And that's going to be on the table as soon as I get back this weekend. We're already negotiating that with the United States Senate, reconciling our differences between the Senate and the House to come to an agreement. Not getting into the procedural motion. What is reconciliation? When we have a majority in the House and the Senate, we can pass something with 51 votes. It's the same thing our friends on the other side of the aisle did a number of years ago. So we're trying to assemble a bill that can reconcile between the House and the Senate what savings we can have and to extend the 2017 tax cuts, or people will experience a tax increase next year. A family that earns, say a family of four, earns about $165,000 would have a $2,500 tax increase if we don't deal with this. And small businesses, primarily small businesses that have S corporations, would have a significant tax increase, and most of these are pass-through businesses, so we want to make sure we deal with that. Issues like bonus depreciation, other issues that are very important to small business, we will deal with in this reconciliation bill. Tariffs. I know that that's gotten also a lot of media. But folks, let me tell you, I've been around for a while. I've seen fair practices in tariffs, and I've seen unfair practices, especially with China. When we experienced the pandemic, we found out how dependent we really were on China. We had exported our entire pharmaceutical industry to China. 90% of all base pharmaceutical goods we're bringing in from China. We zeroed out our capability in the United States. We almost zeroed out a significant number of industries, especially like rare earths, the processing, mining processing of those industries. I can just go on a list a mile long. I'm sure a lot of you could add to that list of things we exported off purposely, thinking we could efficiently run the government, run our country on a service-based economy. We're finding that that's not the case. We need to bring back some of our manufacturing. I'm not talking about all of it, but some of it we need to bring back to the United States. And so that we're in a process of doing that, of bringing fair and free trade. Free trade is a nice thing to talk about. I'm a disciple of Milton Friedman, as many of you are also. But unless it's fair, it's not equitable or fair to the United States citizens. So it's a tough process. It's a tough negotiation. People have had a good deal for a long time and they don't want to give it up. I get it. And so any nation, they're going to do everything they can for the best of their own country. I get that. But we need to do the same. And so those negotiations are ongoing. They're going to be tough, but we will come to a resolution. And I think we'll come to a resolution rather quickly. But in the meantime, it's going to be, a little tough love in the process. But it's something we must deal with, and we will do. And I have every confidence that we will come to an agreement on these probably in the next 90 to 120 days on most of these issues that we're dealing with. Here in California, we've gone through some difficult times. Obviously, this fire in Los Angeles, I'll probably be writing a disaster bill for that. It's a significant amount of money. The Corps of Engineers are ahead of schedule. That's the good news. We should have it all cleaned up by the end of May, first part of June, which is remarkable, because we had to find these landfills to put all this various waste into, and then we had to clean all those sites up, in both the Altadena fire and the Pacific Palisades fire. I flew over it in a helicopter a couple of weeks ago with some folks looking at what we need to do. We're going to try to hammer together a bill, which will be a bipartisan bill to help fund the disaster recovery. California shouldn't be treated any different than any other state in the union. And I've made that clear to people that I deal with, and on both sides. I've been working with the governor on this, and we're going to make it work for the city of Los Angeles as quickly as possible, because LA is having some financial issues that you probably read about, significant financial issues, and also we have the Olympics coming to Los Angeles, and that's going to be on display through the entire world, and we want to make sure that we get LA back on track as fast as possible. So that's our intent. Some of the other issues in California that's going to be affected by the trade issue, because the Port of LA Long Beach obviously brings in 40% of all imported goods. Probably is going to have some disruption here. But again, I think we'll work it out as quickly as possible and get the country back on track. Some of the things on the defense side, obviously we're all concerned about the ongoing war in Ukraine. There's been approximately 1.5 million casualties in that war. And that in Eastern Europe, we would have thought a war that probably never should have started, but did. And once they start, they're hard to end. And the level of hatred on both sides is quite high. Obviously, Israel has been going through tough times. I wrote the bill to give the assistance to Israel that they needed to counter what's going on in the Middle East. And obviously, Iran is on the target list right now in a sense. We hope not have a war. I don't believe in wars because you don't want to deal with the consequences of that. I've been to enough funerals for a lifetime. And so we're trying to make sure that Iran understands that we will not tolerate them getting a nuclear weapon. We cannot have a supreme leader of Iran, who's made it quite clear he would use it, have a nuclear weapon in Iran. So the president's made that quite clear. We've made that quite clear. Hopefully we come to a resolution. It's a peaceful resolution to this issue, but it must be resolved. South America, China is everywhere, especially in Mexico. They're working with the two major cartels, all 5 cartels. You take all the cartels together, the criminal enterprise is about $300 billion a year. That's illegal drug activities, illegal fishing, human trafficking, illegal farming, on and on. That has to be done. And the border has to be done. The border now is shut down. It's shut down by 97% from where it was on January 21st. 97% less people crossing that border. Literally shut down. I've been down there. It's remarkable. I was down there when we had thousands of people crossing a day. Now we're virtually 0. And that is from San Diego down to Brownsville, Texas. We're finishing off the border fence. Those contracts will be let shortly. A lot of that stuff was still laying there on the ground. Hopefully we can salvage as much as possible and get that done. ICE, Border Patrol, are hard at it. As a lot of you know, I wrote the bill many years ago called E-Verify, and we're going to be using that more actively. But I can talk all day. I'd rather just get the Q&A, so why don't we do some questions and answers? Shabi?
Yeah.
Sure.
So what I'd like to do is, if anyone would like to ask a question, come on up where Robert is, and we can have you ask the question. This is not a time for you to take 2 to 5 minutes talking. Get your question read out, and if you need help with it, you can see me. I'll be glad to reword it.
Thank you, Bobby.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. TJ. Good morning, Mr. Congressman. This is a local question, and it's not a Washington question, but what's being done or what could be done to improve the infrastructure locally, specifically the roads and the highways and the congestion that we're constantly facing and trying to do business and trying to live in this community, it makes it very difficult. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
That's a great question. We can bring federal resources to help address that, but really, a lot of the issues regarding transportation are local. That's regulatory issues. NEPA, CEQA are difficult. For instance, the expansion of the I-15 freeway. The right-of-way already exists. They're telling us it's going to take 5 years to go through the CEQA process just to fill in the freeway. That's ridiculous. So we need to fix the regulatory morass, especially on the state side, to get these roads under construction. And also capacity. The way this last proposition worked, it didn't allow for additional capacity, which a lot of people didn't think they were voting for, but unfortunately that was the case. And so we need to allow for more capacity because we need it, especially here in the Inland Empire where you still have significant growth.
Next question.
Good morning, Congressman. In your speech, you mentioned, you answered the question that I had regarding China, but that posed a different question. So now that we're in negotiations with China, do we have plans already set should negotiations go south?
That's a good question. I don't believe negotiation will go south because it's too important. It's more important to China, quite frankly, than it is to us. The export market from China is coming this way. There are very little imports into China. And so their economy is dependent upon the U.S. economy. If they think that they can get the rest of the world to pick up whatever excess they have in capacity that they've been developing, that's a wrong concept because we pick up a significant majority of that. So I have every belief that there will be a better deal. Won't be the perfect deal. No deal is. But it'll be a hell of a lot better than what we got now.
Thank you. Next question.
Hi, Representative. My name is Chris Noble. I'm a resident here in Corona. My wife's a small business owner as well. It was interesting hearing the Corona Regional Medical Center give their presentation that you were born there. It's obviously a very important safety net hospital in the region. I think 41% of their funding comes from Medicaid services. I think there's over 85,000 small businesses in Corona that have had an employee on Medi-Cal at one point or another. I was on Medi-Cal in between college. So that Medicaid expansion that came into place in 2014 is just vital to people and many small businesses in the district. Can you commit to not cutting anyone off of this Medicaid service program, anyone at all? Every California resident needs that program to be maintained in its current state.
Let's talk about some of the services that we provide, the taxpayer provides. We're looking at all of the non-discretionary programs, including Medicare, Social Security, Medicaid, but not necessarily cutting them, but creating efficiencies within those programs, which are legendary, that a lot of inefficiencies take place. Now, there is some discussion about people, young men and women who have no children having some work requirements. That discussion is ongoing, and it's a significant population. So that is probably on the table. Outside of that, I don't believe there'll be any significant cuts to Medicaid.
Thank you. I know many folks with disabilities that require that program. So
well, that won't happen.
Thank you, sir. Next question.
Good morning, Congressman. The colors that were presented today were by some young folk that were in uniform. And my gut tells me they probably want to serve when they get through matriculating and serve our country, which is an honorable thing to do. My concern, sir, is the Department of Defense chair has those young lives and others in his hands. And I believe, sir, that the mistakes that apparently are being made should be addressed to some degree, only because those are our kids and they're in his hands. And I don't think we should be cavalier about finding out what the heck went on with that and what can be done about it, and I want to know your feelings on it, because you and your committee give the money to these kids so they can do their jobs. Thank you.
That's the discussion, what happened with this signal app that's on probably many people's phone. That some folks, and by the way, it was used in the Biden administration and this administration. Falsely, they should not have used that. We have our own secure links that should be used in any communication in the United States military and abroad. That investigation is ongoing. Pete Hegseth is obviously got caught up into that, along with the National Security Director, Mike Walsh, both of who I've known for a long time. We will deal with it. Look, we've had problems when our former Secretary of Defense had kind of disappeared for a few days when he had some prostate surgery. We had a very direct conversation about that after he came back to work. Those kinds of mistakes cannot be made. People are human that run these departments, but Secretary of Defense has a true difficult responsibility. And so we make sure that they withhold that responsibility. And by the way, recruitment has gone up the roofs, thank God. We're finally getting young people joining the service again. So we're very pleased about that.
Good morning, Congressman. My name is Albert Mendoza. I'm the first vice commander of District 21, which encompasses all of Riverside County. I've been working on an issue of deported veterans and gotten a resolution passed by the district, the state, and I went to New Orleans in October and got it passed by the National Convention. So now I have the support of 2 million American Legion members in regard to deported veterans. And I want to preface this. We really have a lot of respect for you. So in no way am I trying to put you on the spot. But I need some help from Congress in getting this bill passed, because we've got over 70,000 veterans that were deported and can't get their VA veterans because they're in a foreign country. And now we've got veterans that are afraid that they're going to be deported that are living in the United States, and we've been contacted by a lot of them. I'm the chairman of the Naturalization Committee for the Department of California, and so I'm getting inundated with these calls about, are they going to deport me? So I ask for your help. Thank you, sir.
I know, thank you. And I know I've talked to you and your organization and the other national organizations about the other VSOs about that. And so it's something we need to deal with, and I believe we will. Any other questions? Well, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up right now for our Congressman. He's going to stick around. He will be here. If you want to get a photo with him, he'll be over here. If you want to chat with him, he'll be over here on my left. Thank you, Congressman. Really appreciate it. So we want to wrap up today, and we want to say thank you to everyone, to our sponsors, to the exhibitors that are over here, to each and every one of you for taking time. To the high school students, the dance team, we so applaud you and respect you. Thank you for bringing your passion to what you've done. To our La Sierra High School students, thank you for being here today. And to each and every one of you for being here. To the parents of these students, God bless you. Thank you for doing an incredible job. And thank you so much for being here. Next month, May 15th, is going to be our State of the City talk here with our mayor, Mayor Jim Steiner. I think we have a slide on that. And these are our sponsors, Corona Regional and Vulcan. And so Jim Steiner will be speaking, and then we have the ELR graduation on June 12th. Ladies and gentlemen, have an awesome day. Thank you.